welcome, seriously welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. You know what, I so appreciate you coming to this channel. Maybe slightly different to other channels. We're going to give you an honest, open review of a fragrance. So thank you for coming to this channel. Warm welcome. Right, I'm going to review a fragrance today that I've only got a sample of, and let me just tell you the story. You know what? Back in the day when Carolina Herrera launched 212, back in the late maybe 90s, I had a launch bottle and I was absolutely in love with 212. Oh man, it was a beautiful fragrance. It was a powerhouse fragrance. It really projected well, really worked well. But you know what? I looked through my fragrance collection recently and I haven't still got a bottle of 212. And I'm guessing, I can't quite remember, I'm guessing that over the years they've reformulated it and I perhaps fell out of love. I remember having 2 or 3 bottles of 212, the original EDT, back in the day, but I guess at some point I've gone, you know what, it's not what it used to be and I don't have it in my collection anymore. In 2019, Carolina Herrera launched a new fragrance and it was called Bad Boy, EDT. And I thought, you know what, I held off for a long time, I didn't get it, and I was that sort of cautious. In the end, I ordered myself a sample. So here we go. So here's the sample, no real point showing it you. Bad Boy EDT. I thought, cautiously, get a sample, Leggy, just in case it's not up to much. Now, let me talk you through it and have a cheeky spray first. Okay, it is a beautiful blend of lovely warm spices, a little bit of pepper, not sharp pepper, just a little bit of pepper to freshen it, over a bed of sort of amber, vanilla and tonka. Wow, you know what, in terms of the smell, it is amazing. In terms of its uniqueness, I'm thinking, Leggy, I've kind of smelt this kind of smell 100 times before. Can't floor the actual smell though. It is beautiful. So, in terms of performance, now this is for me where it kind of goes a little bit downhill. It really does perform like an EDT, not an EDP, because it is an EDT. Okay. I get about an hour and a half to 2 hours of a fairly good sort of scent bubble around you, and people can smell it, and certainly I can smell it. And you know, after about the 2 hour mark, it kind of totally goes. Yes, it's a skin scent, but it totally goes in terms of any kind of projection. So I'm glad I got a sample, because for me, that when you're spending, I think it's about 75 to 80 pound on a 100 ml bottle, that performance for me doesn't completely tick the box. Okay, if it was a 15 to 25 pound fragrance, I would say awesome, value for money, get it and just sort of spray it on you heavily and spray it on during the day, keep it going. The beautiful thing about this is the tonka, but I see if you like something like Armani Code Perfumo, you've kind of already got that vibe if you've already got Perfumo. So it doesn't bring anything new to the table. That's the disappointing thing. In terms of the fragrance, it is an absolute beautiful, flawless mix, blend, whatever you want to call it. It is a flawless fragrance. In terms of the performance, once again, for me, it's kind of disappointing for its price. But this perfume, this fragrance saved itself because I've sprayed it for a lot of people. And whereas the guys go, it's okay, every single woman, young, old, and all the ages in between, every single female that has smelt this, their eyes light up and they go, oh, hey, I like that. What is it, Leggy? Okay, so if you are looking for female attention, and maybe, okay, most guys would reach for your Savage because, females lock into that, they love it. But it's kind of a bit overdone Savage. The world and his dog wear Savage. If you want something a bit different and you're prepared to carry your Travello atomizer so you can top it up because it don't last that long, If you want that female attention and it's different, and you want something different to what everyone else is attracting the females with, go for Bad Boy. Okay, that's my recommendation. Be prepared for it not to last all day. Certainly not last all day. Probably scrape through the morning if you're lucky. But carry your Travello, top it up regular, and the females around you will love that fragrance. So I hope you think I've been honest about it. I haven't bigged it up too much. I've been very, very honest in terms of its performance. The smell you can't fault, performance kind of can. So, thank you for coming to this channel. A thumbs up would be really appreciated, and a subscription would be awesome. Stay safe, spray fragrance every day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.